else feel like this whole card has been massively overshadowed by UFC 299 and 300? Can we get a little respect for the featherweight king? Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. The win happens before you even step in the cage. And if anyone has shown us that time and time again, it is Alexander Volkanovski. There is an old school, no stone left unturned approach to his preparation that leaves no doubt in his mind that he's not only the great, but the greatest. And hopefully, with the extended camp he's had this time around, he's worked to remove any lingering doubts or that bad taste that Islam left in his mouth that wasn't just his own blood. That was a fight where he didn't have time for his usual preparation, and we all saw what happened. And in a wild contrast, we have this young, up-and-coming, hungry fighter in Ilia Topuria, who I'm not saying has had an easy camp, but in comparison to the old-school grit and grime of the Volk camp, is sitting in some kind of futuristic luxury. You got a logo, son, you're franchising. I get a piece of Topuria for a reasonable cost. I'm mocking because I'm old. But it's smart business decisions. I'd rather my fighters just focused on fighting, not merch. Speaking of not focusing on fighting, Ilia likes to shout his mouth off, doesn't he? In interviews saying the greatest featherweight doesn't impress him. He's an easy fight, he's gonna finish him in the first. Changing his Insta bio to champ already. It might be smart mind game, but it might be a little embarrassing in a week's time. And we can all do that. According to my Insta bio, I'm a Nobel Peace Prize winner and father of 9. But Volk is listening. Whether it's having an effect remains to be seen, but he's called him delusional. Fair. We don't want to see you squabble with this kid again. No one's interested in that. The last time we saw Volk in this division, he was as impressive as any other time that we see Volk in this division. Stopping another young buck from achieving everything they've ever dreamed of, using heavy pressure, ground control, and takedowns to stifle Yair Rodriguez's, it's not easy to say, striking for 2 rounds before getting him out of there in the 3rd. Then there was the Makhachev mess, and the press conference later. The only thing that showed me is that Volk is suffering from the human condition. Can't hold that against him. His identity is so entangled with the fight game that he doesn't really know who he is outside of it. I don't think being obsessed with MMA is going to make him worse in the cage. We should just be concerned for him outside of the octagon. Topuria, of course, is no easy fight for anyone. He's fast, he's got power, great boxing, undefeated for a reason. But Volk is definitely going to win. Now who's delusional? For as good as Ilia is, he's no Islam Makhachev. Come on now. Volk traded with Makhachev for 5 rounds and lost so damn narrowly. Volk's resume overall is miles ahead. The only top tier fighters that Ilia is for is Emmett and Mitchell, and both of them have up and down success rates. He's only fought 1 5-rounder and not against someone as relentless as Volk. I may be being hopeful, but why not go bold with my predictions in 2024? Volk doesn't play it safe and neither will I. TKO in round 4. Ilia exposes his lead leg when he advances. Volk will soften that baby up from the get-go. Ilia also leaves his head exposed when he goes for the body. You can't be making mistakes against Volkanovski. I think he'll butter him up for a few rounds, catch him, drop him, rip that 0 away from him. The safer bet is a decision win for Volkanovski though. Just saying. Whether you agree with me or not, here is what I want you to take away from this video. Every young gun looks like a killer, the next big thing, before they fight Alexander Volkanovski.